If you are over the age of 60 and your knees constantly ache, your calves feel incredibly heavy, and climbing the stairs is becoming a daily struggle, you need to listen very closely. You must stop eating these 7 common fruits today. They are not giving you vitamins. They are silently setting your joint tissues on fire and draining the strength right out of your legs. Hello, and welcome back to Peter Health Tips. I am so glad that you are here with me today. Let us talk about something very personal. You eat healthy foods. You make sure to take your walk every single morning. You follow every single rule that the doctors and experts tell you to follow. And yet, despite all of your hard work, your legs are getting weaker. Do you feel it? Every single step on the stairs feels a little bit heavier than it did last year. Getting up from your favorite chair takes a few seconds longer than before. You probably tell yourself that this is just the normal process of aging. You tell yourself that you should just accept it. But what if it is not just aging? What if something silent, something very small, and something sitting right inside your kitchen is stealing your strength, little by little, every single day? You will not feel it when it happens. It does not hurt right away. But one morning, your knee aches for absolutely no reason. Your calves feel weighed down, almost as if you are wearing heavy boots. Your balance feels slightly off. And the truth is, this problem might start right here, in your very own fruit bowl at home. Because there are 7 types of fruit, yes, the exact fruits that we have always called healthy, that are quietly weakening your legs, bite by single bite, do not panic. Just listen closely. In the next 30 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly which fruits are these silent thieves, why they react poorly with an aging body, and exactly what you should eat instead so that your legs stay steady, strong, and dependable. You see, as we age, our bodies change in profound ways. Our circulation weakens, our metabolism slows down, our digestive system becomes more sensitive. Because of this, foods that once helped us when we were in our 20s or 30s can silently start to harm us when we are over the age of 60. This is especially true for certain fruits. They seem completely harmless. They taste wonderfully sweet. But they contain high amounts of natural acids, fast-digesting carbohydrates, and other compounds that severely affect your blood sugar, trigger deep joint inflammation, and ultimately weaken the muscles in your legs. What is the absolute worst part about this? The damage happens slowly. It happens quietly. It is almost imperceptible until one day you feel a sharp twinge in your calves, a persistent ache in your thighs, or a strange tightness in your knees after taking just a short walk around your neighborhood. Today, right here on Peter Health Tips, we are going to reveal 7 widely loved fruits that anyone over the age of 60 should strictly avoid. This is especially true if you want to protect your legs from long-term damage, chronic pain, and dangerous weakness. They may look perfectly harmless, but none of these are safe once your body reaches a certain age. Once you know the truth, you will never look at your fruit bowl the exact same way again. So, I ask you to please stick with me until the very end of this video. If you truly care about your physical strength and you want to keep your legs stable, strong, and pain-free, your body might be desperately waiting for this exact wake-up call. But hold on, before we begin, if you care about your health and longevity, please hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications for Peter Health Tips. Here, we reveal the honest medical truths that very few people talk about, and I want to know if you are with me today. If this video resonates with your daily life, please type the number 1 in the comment section below. If it does not, type the number 0. You have no idea how incredibly important your voice is to our community here at Peter Health Tips. Let us start with the first fruit on our list. It is heavily praised for its anti-inflammatory powers, yet it may be having the exact opposite effect on older adults. Let us talk about pineapple. Pineapple is the first fruit on our list. It comes from a tropical climate. It is juicy. It is refreshing, and thanks to a specific compound called bromelain, pineapple has long been praised as a wonderful, natural anti-inflammatory food. However, here is the dangerous twist. While many people think that pineapple reduces inflammation, it can actually be a silent culprit for seniors. You see, pineapple contains very strong acids and massive amounts of natural sugars. And those natural sugars are not as harmless as they might seem. Especially if you are over the age of 60, let me explain exactly what happens inside your body. As we age, our blood vessels naturally become more fragile and far more sensitive. They simply do not handle sudden spikes in blood sugar the way they used to when we were younger. Even with all of its natural vitamins, pineapple still delivers a very hefty load of natural sugar directly into your bloodstream in a very short amount of time. What happens then? It causes a massive blood sugar spike. The tiny, delicate blood vessels that feed the muscles in your legs, your feet, and your calves can be severely damaged by that rapid spike in sugar. Because your circulation naturally declines over time, less oxygen is able to reach your legs when these blood vessels are stressed. And you know exactly where that leads. It leads to pain. It leads to extreme fatigue. It leads to swelling. After a very short walk, you begin to feel that dull, dragging ache deep inside your legs. When you stand up from sitting, your knees feel stiff. Your ankles suddenly hurt, even if you have been sitting down resting all day long. There is even more to consider. Pineapple is highly acidic. Beyond the wonderful sweetness, that strong acid can severely irritate your joints. This is especially dangerous if you already have underlying inflammation or arthritis. Eating pineapple pours literal fuel on the fire in your ankles, your hips, and your knees. Some older adults even notice that their legs feel incredibly heavy immediately after eating pineapple, almost as if their physical strength is slowly draining away into the floor. And there is something else you absolutely must know. If you are currently taking prescription medications, especially blood thinners, the well-known enzyme inside pineapple called bromelain can dangerously interact with certain drugs. It can make your medication either entirely too strong or not effective enough, putting your cardiovascular health at serious risk. But the most dangerous part of all is this. Pineapple does not cause obvious, immediate side effects. There are no visible signs on your skin. There is no immediate sharp pain. Instead, it creeps in gradually, month by month, until one day you realize that you simply do not move like you used to. Saddest of all, most seniors have absolutely no idea that the fruit they eat for their health may be directly contributing to the year-by-year weakness in their legs. So, what can you do? You do not have to completely hate pineapple, but you do need to be informed and very careful. This is particularly true if you have been dealing with persistent leg pain or unexplained swelling in your lower extremities. The harm is very subtle, but it is very real. Now, if a fruit famed for its anti-inflammatory properties like pineapple can be bad for aging legs, what about the next one on our list? It is soft, it is delicious, and it is famous around the world for boosting muscle strength and providing potassium. Yet, it might be completely tricking your body. Let us talk about bananas. The second fruit on our list is bananas. I call it the muscle imposter. Soft, sweet, and rich in potassium, bananas are great. Or at least, that is what they always say. Experts say that bananas give you energy, prevent muscle cramps, and support healthy muscles. But the reality is entirely different for older adults. Bananas are incredibly high in natural sugars and fast-digesting carbohydrates. That means that right after eating a banana, your blood sugar rises drastically. If that happens frequently over the course of weeks and months, your aging body starts resisting insulin. When insulin resistance occurs, your blood flow weakens, your systemic inflammation increases, and your legs are the exact body part that pays the ultimate price. The physical result? A dull, throbbing ache when you are walking or climbing the stairs? You will feel a profound heaviness in your legs after eating your meals, and you will experience tight, uncomfortable calves during the night. It does not stop there. Bananas can also force your body to retain more fluid. This is especially dangerous if you have minor or major heart issues. When your body retains water, gravity pulls that fluid straight down into your legs. That leads to stiff joints, deeply swollen feet, and puffy ankles that make putting on your shoes a painful chore. The effect is completely silent. You eat them every single morning for breakfast, genuinely believing that they are helping your muscles. Instead, they could be slowly and methodically draining your leg strength. The worst part is that it does not hit you right away. Over a long period of time, eating bananas can make basic movement much harder and make existing pain much worse. Take a very close look at your daily fruit plate. If you often feel heavy, aching, or swollen legs, bananas may not be as friendly as they look. And if something even smaller than a banana can do this kind of damage, we need to be very careful. Bananas are known for supporting muscles, but our next fruit is small, cute, and completely innocent looking. However, it might be setting your joint tissues on fire. Let us talk about grapes. The third fruit is grapes. It is a small fruit, but it packs a very big inflammatory punch. Grapes look so innocent. They are tiny, juicy, and very easy to snack on while watching television. They have got a very clean reputation. People say they are heart-healthy and rich in antioxidants. But most people do not realize this startling fact. Older adults may experience mild leg pain, intense joint stiffness, and deep inflammation shortly after eating grapes. Why does this happen? Because grapes contain fructose at incredibly high levels. Fructose can be very harmful to seniors. It is a type of sugar that is absorbed directly by the liver. When an aging liver cannot fully process that heavy load of fructose, the liver converts it directly into fat and uric acid. That is exactly when the real physical harm begins, especially targeting the toes, the ankles, and the knees. Uric acid builds up inside the tiny spaces of your joints. It crystallizes. It causes intermittent pain, physical heat, and visible swelling. It creates that nagging, biting ache that makes even light, leisurely walking a tough task. Have you ever had that sudden, stabbing pain in your big toe in the middle of the night? Have you experienced a sudden, painful tightness in your calves? Sometimes, just a simple handful of sweet grapes is enough to raise your uric acid levels to a dangerous point. And it absolutely does not stop there. Fructose also heavily fuels chronic inflammation throughout your entire body. That means slower movement, more physical pressure on your bones, and increased morning stiffness. Furthermore, grapes are far too easy to overeat. They are small, they are easy to grab. Before you even know it, you have eaten 2 or 3 entire cups, and the sugar load adds up incredibly fast. So, even though grapes seem like a perfectly healthy snack, they can quietly weaken your muscles, severely reduce your flexibility, and make your legs much less comfortable as you navigate the aging process. Now you finally know what can hide directly behind that wonderful sweetness. If you have been eating grapes regularly and noticing more stiffness and swelling, it is time to reconsider your choices. Well, there are other delicious fruits that can be highly harmful to you too. Another one is luscious, vibrant, and incredibly famous for hydration. But do not be fooled by its watery appearance. Inside your body, it behaves exactly like pure sugar, even though it tastes like refreshing water. Let us talk about watermelon. The fourth fruit is watermelon, the fake hydrator. Watermelon is light, it is refreshing, it is the absolute emblem of the summer season and hydration. Could this watery, innocent fruit be quietly harming your legs? It sounds very strange, right? Everyone agrees that watermelon hydrates the body well, is low in calories, and is mostly composed of water. Here is the medical secret. Watermelon has a very high glycemic index. That means that it spikes your blood sugar as quickly as a piece of candy, and those frequent, rapid spikes do very serious harm to seniors, especially to the nerves and blood vessels in their legs. Here is the exact biological breakdown. When your blood sugar shoots up, your body immediately releases insulin. But in aging bodies, insulin regulation is much poorer. The pancreas is tired. The cells are resistant. The result of this struggle is deep inflammation, especially in the lower extremities where circulation is already naturally compromised. Where does this inflammation show up? It shows up in your calves, your ankles, and your knees. Severe leg fatigue can hit you right after eating a slice. You might feel a dull ache during a brisk afternoon walk. You might notice persistent swelling around the ankles that simply will not go down. Suddenly, climbing a simple flight of stairs starts to feel like scaling a massive mountain. Watermelon feels as light as a feather when you chew it. Inside your body, however, it is a sweet trap that is quietly wearing down the structural integrity of your legs. Most people eat a massive amount of it because it is so juicy and cool. One slice quickly becomes 2 slices, and then 3. That equals more sugar, more stress on your blood vessels, and more inflammation in your joints. It completely deceives you. You think you are just drinking flavored water, but your blood sugar is spiking, your circulation is violently struggling, and your legs are forced to take the physical hit. Does watermelon really hydrate seniors? Or does each bite quietly increase discomfort when you try to move? If your watermelon consumption is a little erratic and your legs have felt much more tired lately, it may be time for you to completely reconsider this summer staple. Next is a fruit deeply tied to vitamin C and overall health. It is constantly featured in juices, in immune-boosting drinks, and on every breakfast table in the world. But for older adults, it can be a direct acid attack on your fragile joints. Let us talk about oranges. The fifth fruit is oranges. The acid assault on your joints. Oranges are bright, beautiful, and fresh. They are absolutely everywhere in juices, in daily supplements, and on breakfast plates. People constantly say that oranges boost your immunity thanks to their high levels of vitamin C. But oranges may hide a very uncomfortable truth for those who are over the age of 60. Behind that wonderful citrus glow is acid. And this is something that your aging joints absolutely hate. Oranges are highly acidic. While that sounds perfectly normal, it can quietly and severely irritate your joints, especially if your body is already actively battling baseline inflammation, daily stiffness, or osteoarthritis. Because of this acid, you might feel your knees get progressively stiffer in the early morning. You might feel persistent hip pain that keeps you awake at night. You might experience that very uncomfortable, heavy sensation in your legs after sitting for a long period of time. You will have less mobility and significantly more swelling. You might think that it is just your age catching up to you. But that universally praised, healthy habit of drinking a tall glass of orange juice every single morning could be directly contributing to the very pain you want to avoid. Here is what actually happens inside your digestive system. The citric acid found in oranges does not simply stop in the stomach. It enters your bloodstream and can actively aggravate delicate joint tissues. When you mix that high acid load with the fruit's natural sugars, you get wild blood sugar fluctuations. And what is the end result of that combination? Systemic, full-body inflammation. This inflammation spreads rapidly to your knees, your ankles, and your calves, making every single step you take heavier and much more painful. Oranges may not harm younger people, but in older bodies with aging joints and much slower circulation, the negative physical impact builds up day after day. The truly hard part is that you are doing it, believing that you are helping yourself, because oranges have long been linked with perfect health. Now you know the truth. You know that they might not be ideal for you or your aging legs. So, what is next? The next item is a fruit that looks clean, green, crisp, and is heavily marketed as being lower in sugar. Because of this, people genuinely think it is the safe, diabetic-friendly choice. But it hides something deeply problematic that can cause extreme nighttime cramps, tight knees, and aching hips. Let us talk about green apples. The sixth fruit is green apples, the hidden cause of leg pain. They look incredibly crisp, clean, and completely natural. Many people, especially seniors watching their waistlines, believe they are the much healthier pick because they taste far less sweet than red apples. It certainly seems like a wonderfully low-sugar snack. But very few people realize this fact. Green apples can quietly cause severe leg fatigue, joint stiffness, and deep muscular pain. There are two main culprits here: malic acid and hidden natural sugars. First, let us discuss the malic acid. This is the exact source of their famous tartness. It is absolutely great for younger folks, but it can be incredibly harsh on aging digestion. Our gut lining naturally becomes thinner and much more sensitive with age. Once inside the body, a heavy load of malic acid can seep into and irritate delicate bodily tissues, including your joint capsules. Some older adults feel a very pronounced, deep hip or thigh pain a few hours after eating green apples. Others feel a mild, uncomfortable heat radiating in their feet, or a strange, locking tightness in their knees. It builds over time. The acid accumulates in the tissues, and the pain shows up more and more often. Now, let us discuss the sugar. Even if they are noticeably less sweet than red apples, green apples still contain a very high amount of natural sugars. In seniors with a slower, aging metabolism, that sugar causes distinct blood sugar swings. Because of this, you may get tired calves, painful nighttime muscle cramps, intense morning stiffness, or feel incredibly weak when you are simply trying to climb your stairs. The truly tricky part about green apples is how they are consumed. Green apples are very often eaten raw as a quick snack, even right before bed. Because of this late-night snacking, the aging body is constantly exposed to the acid and sugar while it is trying to rest and repair. They look perfectly clean and wholesome, but green apples may be quietly making your walking harder, stiffening your joints, and making your nights much more restless for your aging body. If something this basic and common can do that kind of damage, what about a tropical, rich, and ultra-sweet fruit? The one fruit that so many people absolutely adore during the warmer months? Let us talk about the true sugar bomb. Let us talk about mango. The seventh fruit on our list is mango, the ultimate sugar explosion for your joints. Mango is incredibly juicy. It is soft. It is candy sweet. Almost everyone in the world loves it, especially in the heat of the summer. But here is the unfortunate truth. Mango may be the single most harmful fruit for older adults who are suffering with weaker joints and leg pain. Why is this the case? Because the mango is absolutely loaded with natural sugar. I do not mean a little bit of sugar. I mean a massive, overwhelming sugar punch that spikes your blood sugar harder and faster than almost any other whole food. If you are under 30 years old and highly active, your body can often handle it without a problem. But after the age of 60, your metabolism changes drastically. That massive sugar rush triggers a violent insulin spike, which is always followed by a severe energy crash. Each and every time that spike and crash happens, your body produces damaging inflammation deep within your joints. This is especially true in the very soft, delicate tissues around your ankles, your hips, and your knees. If you have any underlying nerve issues, like mild neuropathy, you might feel a sudden burning sensation in your toes. You might feel a persistent, annoying tingling. You will likely experience evening swelling around your feet or a creeping, deadening heaviness slowly rising up your legs. Because mango feels so soft, light, and fresh, and because it does not seem like a heavy meal, it is far too easy to eat a very large amount. But eating more only makes the internal damage much worse. Here's the trick that the fruit plays on you. That light, refreshing feeling in your mouth does not matter to your internal organs. Your body only reacts to the massive volume of sugar. Over time, that specific sugar load can cause severe joint pain, incredibly sluggish walking, and unsteady, undependable legs. Many seniors eat mangoes believing that they are a healthy, natural treat. And yes, they are completely natural, but natural does not always mean that it is safe for weaker circulation and aging joints. Now you have seen the full, honest picture. We have discussed 7 fruits that are highly praised for health, but that possess a very dark side for those over the age of 60. But I do not want to leave you with bad news. The great news is that some fruits do the exact opposite. There are fruits that actively build strong, sturdy legs. There are fruits that reduce joint pain. There are fruits that actively fight back against inflammation. Next, let us talk about those highly therapeutic alternatives and exactly what older adults should eat instead to regain their mobility. Let us move to what you absolutely can and should eat, because choosing the right fruits does not just fill up your stomach. The right fruits actually heal your cellular body. First on the healthy list are berries. I am talking about blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries. These tiny little fruits are incredibly powerful anti-inflammatories. They are very low in natural sugar. They are deeply rich in antioxidants. They are incredibly gentle on your blood sugar levels. Most importantly, berries actively improve your blood circulation, especially in the lower legs. By opening up your blood vessels, they help you move much easier. They fight morning stiffness, and they drastically reduce fluid swelling in your ankles. Next on the healthy list is cherries. However, you must consume them in moderation. Cherries can uniquely help lower your uric acid levels. This is vital for reducing the chance of gout and painful joint flare-ups. They actively soothe sore joints and remove that terrible burning feeling in your knees or your toes. A small handful, not a giant bowl, can bring you very real, physical relief. Next up is the avocado. Yes, the avocado is scientifically classified as a fruit, and it is among the absolute best choices for healthy, aging joints. Why is that? Because the avocado is incredibly rich in good, healthy fats. These specific fats reduce inflammation from the inside out and literally provide physical cushioning for your worn-down joints. Avocado also helps regulate your insulin levels, providing you with steady, dependable energy without causing any dangerous blood sugar swings. Are you looking for something that is very easy to digest? You should try papaya. The natural enzymes inside this soft, tropical fruit specifically help reduce systemic inflammation and beautifully support aging digestion. It is gentle on your aging joints, and it is incredibly soothing on a sensitive stomach. And please, do not forget about pears. If you pair them with a little bit of healthy fiber or a handful of protein, pears bring a wonderful, subtle sweetness to your day without being overly sweet. They fuel your body with vitamins without overloading your legs with sugar. Instead of working against your health, these specific fruits actively support your aging body. They do not cause you sudden pain. They do not make your ankles swell up. They help your body reach the vitality, the balance, and the physical calm that it is desperately seeking. Remember this important rule. It is not just about eating fruit. It is about choosing the exact right ones for your specific age. You need fruits that fit the reality of your body right now, today. When you start making those careful, intentional choices, you will begin to feel it. You will experience firmer, more confident steps. You will have smoother, pain-free movements. You will wake up to much brighter, more energetic mornings. Let us close our time together with a few words spoken directly from my heart, just for you. One thing is absolutely clear to me. If you have watched and listened this far into the video, you deeply care about your future. You care about your physical strength, and you care about preserving your health. And I want you to hear this very clearly. It is not too late for you to change. You still have plenty of time to recover your strength, and you are absolutely not alone in this journey. I know that getting older is hard. The daily pain, the morning stiffness, the terrifying fear of falling down, it all creeps in slowly. Sometimes, it makes you feel like your physical body is simply fading away, completely out of your control. But the medical truth is this: you can take back your physical charge. You can do this with small, incredibly smart adjustments. There are absolutely no extreme measures needed. You can change your life one single meal, one single fruit, and one single decision at a time. The 7 fruits that we discussed today are not poisonous, and they are not toxic. But they may simply no longer be the best, safest choices for your specific body, and that is perfectly fine. Because aging is not about giving up. Aging is about getting much wiser. When you start eating mindfully, and when you actively choose foods that support your muscle strength, your blood circulation, and your cartilage joints, you will undoubtedly notice a massive difference. You will feel less daily pain. You will have far more physical flexibility. You will enjoy much calmer mornings. You will walk with lighter, safer steps. The ultimate goal here at Peter Health Tips is your total empowerment. Our goal is never fear, and it is never unnecessary restriction. Now, I want to hear directly from you. Please share what you learned today. Tell me what specific change you are ready to make right now. Write it down in the comment section below. When we share our personal stories, we all grow together, and we lift each other up. If this video helped you today, or if it even opened your eyes just a little bit, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to Peter Health Tips so that you do not ever miss critical information that could completely transform your health and your retirement years. Turn on the notification bell before you go. And remember, if this video was helpful to your life, type the number 1" the comments. If it was not, type the number 0. You may not realize exactly how important your comment is, but it helps us reach and save more seniors just like you. Please stay resilient. Please stay alert. And never, ever forget, your lifelong independence is carried completely by the strength of your legs. Thank you so much for watching Peter Health Tips. I will see you in the very next video. Take good care of yourself.